I am Professor Cecilla McHugh. I work at the School of Earth and Environmental Sciences in Queens College, and my specialty is on marine geology. Work that I'm doing is sponsored by the National Science Foundation Partnership for International Research and Education. The name of the project is Geohazards in Bangladesh, and the amount of the funding is $157,000. Bangladesh is a country that has more than 150 million inhabitants, and many of them live on the shores. In 2004, there was a very large earthquake in Sumatra that also causes tsunami. Bangladesh is along the same line along which that earthquake and tsunami occur. Is a plate boundary where two plates are colliding with each other. And so there's a very high risk of Bangladesh having an earthquake and a tsunami. So our project entails to study older earthquakes and then try to understand how frequently they have occurred in the past, to try to then do some modeling for seismic risk assessment and then issue safety measures for the population. Our study, we are studying an earthquake that occurred in 1762. And for that, I am going to an island called St. Martin, located on the southeast border of Bangladesh, at the boundary with Myanmar. And in this island, in 1762, the land was uplifted by 2 meters. And that led to a massive death of coral reef. So what we're doing is we're measuring the elevation of the coral reefs, and we're measuring the timing in which these coral reefs died. So what we do then is we continue to work along the southeast margin, but towards the north, and we characterize evidence, physical evidence of the 1762 earthquake. We will do that for several years and also try to understand the older earthquakes for recurrence intervals. We hope to provide more information to those who do modeling and those scientists that do seismic hazard risk assessment. We are tackling this problem from several fronts. One of the fronts is the science and the physical evidence of the earthquake. The second one is touching base with the authorities and informing them of our findings. And the third is education. For that purpose, I will be teaching at Dhaka University next January to graduate students and other people that are interested in this project, and informing them about the risks of earthquakes and our findings. So it's the work we are doing is really a team effort that involves scientists from many different specialties, and we are basically tackling this problem from many different angles, because that is the only way we're going to make some improvements on the risk and diminishing the risk for these 160 million people. Working in Bangladesh has been an amazing experience from many different aspects. One thing I like to point out is that the people are very, very generous. And we have found ourselves in a small town in the middle of nowhere, and we were lacking a tool, for example, and you will see that the whole town will look into this problem and provide us with whatever tool they had, even though it was pretty rudimentary, but they were happy to share. So that was an amazingly positive experience. What happens though, and this is kind of funny, is that then the whole town comes over, and then the whole town surrounds us, and we have no space to work. So the graduate students that accompany us on the project, then they sort of come around and make a fence around us so that we are protected and can do the work. So it's, again, it's a great experience. People are very generous, but there are many people.